Alright guys, here it is, Monday. I'm guessing it's the 23rd, I'm guessing. Only guessing. Came home from work and I actually finished up the rear end. I did miss this last night. It was late. But I got the rear end put back in. And so I can just do it this way, that way I can shine. So I got the thing hooked back up. Got the leaf springs, U-bolts, all put back in on the perches. Got everything done. Emergency brake cables put back in and all hooked back up onto the emergency brake bar here. Universal joint seal put back in, and like I said, I changed the universal joint inside because this is the one that came out of it. And the way this works, let's see, here they are. They're really greasy. These are the bushings. Where'd we go? Here we go. These are the bushings that slide over this piece. And it was just, where'd I go? Sorry guys, bad with the camera here. It's just really bad. It was really worn out, a lot of slop. So I imagine going down the road, it's probably pretty loud going down the road. So I went ahead and changed the universal joint out, everything as well. And put one back in, it was better, way better. Wipe my hand off. So, anyways, I got all that done, and I double checked everything, and got the transmission linkages put back on with the springs. These are also very great to have, the springs, what you need to have put back on there. It keeps the tension on the rods. There's no slop, there's no play. And as you can see, there's the broken motor mount on the rear that I got to replace. And like I said, this one is still attached, but just very little bit. So I may go ahead and replace both rear. Before I let this thing down and drive it out, or attempt to see if it's going to even start, I'm going to check the transmission fluid, make sure it's got plenty of transmission fluid before I let it down. And like I said, just making sure I got everything. I'll let it down real quick to show y'all what I've got. Actually, you know what? I may go ahead and try to start this thing after all. Won't hurt the transmission if it's just a little low to let it run. I'm not going to be driving it. So, but I got everything on the bottom, double checked, triple checked, and what I've done, triple checked everything on the top end. I just did my adjustment on my clutch. So hope I got a good enough pedal. And we'll see. Got my little temporary gas can up there. I robbed it out of the 52. If it works for it, it'll work for this right now. I gotta change the gas tank out still. And I borrowed the radiator out of my fleet line for right now. I gotta take the other radiator out that came out of this one to the radiator shop and see about getting it rotted out and cleaned and make sure it doesn't leak. Okay, so I've got, like I said, everything up here. The battery's installed and all the wires, starter, and everything else. Went and taped up the battery cable that was really made up with the wires. There's some wires I gotta take care of here too that are really frayed really bad. I got the radiator mostly filled up. I gotta add another gallon of antifreeze to it, but it's enough that if I do start and it does run, it won't hurt anything. Got the generator hooked up. Hopefully it works. Got the oil pressure line hooked up so it doesn't squirt out. The temperature line hooked up so it doesn't leak, and the linkage is all hooked up. Just I'm checking as I go with explaining it to y'all as well. The belt's tight and all that stuff good. I'll pour some gas in the carb and prime it, and this thing should fire up. Let's check the clutch real quick. Good, the pedal's all the way to the top. That's a good thing. Let's see. That's good. Good. Okay. I just need to tighten that up. The shifter, the collar on it was kind of loose, so I'll tighten that up, get the slop out of that. My choke is gone. I put the cover back on. I'll leave it off just in case and see if this thing's gonna start. And I am getting power as far as the gauges are moving with the battery, so that's one good thing. And I think the horn. Yeah. It's weird, I got a little spot. Well, there we go, it's barely blowing, but hey. Alright, so here's my first initial start as well. Let me find some gas in a can. Here's a cup. Make sure it's clean. It'll be pretty loud though because I had no exhaust on. I took the exhaust off because the exhaust that I had underneath there didn't quite fit really good. So I'm going to go see my buddy Thursday and we're going to run an exhaust underneath it. Okay, that should be enough to do it. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this and aim the hole as well. I think the float's going to stick. Oh, let me see it. Okay. So technically this thing should run. Alright, everybody cross your fingers. Here we go. I don't know if I should pat the gas or not. Oh. Cool, the generator is actually working. How cool is that? I can hear the throw up bearing. Cool. Clutch seems to work. Cool. Let's put this thing in gear, see if it actually moves. Sweet. Awesome. There you go, guys. 1949 Chevrolet Deluxe. Running, alive. Cool. Look at headlights. Oh, and my knob just broke off. Well, I had to call Jason at National Chevy Association and order me some knobs. Cool. Alright guys, hey, leave comments. I want to give a big thanks to David Stevens for helping me out, get the engine swapped out. And of course my dad let me use his shop. It was always a good thing. Leave comments, got to what you think. And yeah, I'll post another video and get the exhaust put on it to show you how quiet this thing is actually going to be. Alright, here we go. I'm happy. Alright guys, bye.